Yo, what up? I'm Misha, patriarch of the Misha family. So I recently dipped my toes into the cursed waters of gacha games, and let me tell you, I've emerged from the depths a changed man, and a tingly man. If you're impotent, then play WuWa, it'll make it start working again, trust me. I streamed this chaos live on Twitch, and now I'm bringing that content here to YouTube. Now, this is the first time I'm making one of these kinds of videos, so yeah, it's not going to be good. But here we are. You can also catch me live on Fridays and Saturdays New Zealand time on Twitch. I'll leave the link in the description. Anyways, this whole journey started because of one bald man, shoutouts to Tectone. I was watching his videos for the VA drama, and he name dropped this game called Withering Waves, aka WuWa, aka the game that spiritually reawakened my dead zones. So now I'm here, gotcha pilled and judgmental. So let's get into it. Alright, my gateway drug into gotcha wasn't WuWa, it was Genshin Impact. I wanted to see what the hype was and also how bad the English voice acting situation was. Spoiler, it's bad. I lasted all 3 cutscenes before Paimon referring to herself in the third person for the 100th time annoyed me. This is a huge reason why I checked out of this game. It's really hard for me to withstand a character that refers to themselves in the third person, because it makes Misha want to put Misha's head through a drywall. Okay, on a serious note though, gameplay, it's fine, I guess, but holy shit, the controller support is a war crime. Half the time the radial menu just doesn't work, and the D-pad navigation being disabled in menus, that's not a feature, that's psychological warfare. Other Hoyo games allow you to D-pad through menus, so why is this the broken one? It's little things like this that start stripping down my will to live. Like when your mum strips down for me, cause I'm fucking your mum. And don't even get me started on the audio bugs. If you alt-tab at the wrong time, Genshin turns into a static-filled hellscape, where every voice line sounds like it's being delivered by a rat that got pressed onto a grill by a piece of bread and slowly gets made into a sandwich. Not referring to Paimon this time, but still applies. And yes, I stole that rat joke, and I stole it because it was funny. More about the gameplay itself, I gotta be real with you guys, it's okay, but even that comes with a huge but. The exploration of this game is weak, and that's especially after coming from WuWa, but I'll get into that later. I genuinely don't understand why, when a game like WuWa is competing with you, instead of giving your players a new exploration gimmick, accessible all the time, instead they tie this gimmick to specific characters. What the hell is this? It's definitely not fun, that's for sure. And I'm glad I decided to play other gotchas, because this alone is a huge turnoff. If I just played Genshin and made my opinion on gotchas from that game alone, I would have checked out. So this leads to the elephant in the room, the big link-shaped elephant. Obviously the exploration in this game is inspired. Very inspired. How the fuck has Nintendo not sued inspired exploration? But here's why it doesn't work here. See, Link has access to all his tools all of the time to allow exploration to work. And before you say, no, I actually am not a fan of Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. I am a huge fan of classic Zelda, however. So why the hell do I have to pull a character that's incredibly rare just to have access to the fun mechanic to explore? If you could have access to these quality of life tools all the time, I would be addicted. And yes, you heard me right before. You have to pull these characters. What does that mean? So what does that mean? You ever buy Pokemon booster packs? These characters come from these booster packs, and you're hoping to pull the character you want. So this is what a gacha is all about. And as a professional gambling addict myself, I can approve. What I can't approve of is the amount of unbalancing quality of life features tied to these characters.
But Misha, at least it's free. You can pull all the characters as long as you got the right amount of points to spend.
While yes, Straw Viewer, you're right, there's a free aspect to it, not all characters are free. and even the free characters can be paid for. Again, this would be fine if characters didn't unlock mechanics that make the game fun, and this leads into power creep. So I've been watching as many videos as I can on this, as I'm not too far into the game, and by that I mean not far at all. I did try out some of the later characters to see what in-game feels like, but I wanted to get more knowledge from other people that play the game, and there's a huge power balancing issue where, because they release new characters that break the game, the way they balance this is to scale the in-game content to these characters. Meaning the god tier character you pulled 3 or 6 months ago now takes twice as long to clear a mission compared to the recent big titty cow GF. And just like your mom, the cow gets me coming back every time. Kinda wrapping this part up, Genshin is a watered down gameplay gacha, especially compared to other gachas out there. While there are some characters that I love their design, it's hard to like the game. It's better just to watch these characters you like on Pornhub. Look, I'm not a Hoyo hater. Genshin may have felt like licking drywall, but then came along Zenless Zone Zero, and yeah, this is a huge step up from Genshin. It decided to stop ripping off Zelda and went down a Persona Akiba's Trip type of vibe, and it feels more original for it. And the gameplay here is leaps and bounds better. I love this combat system as well. While still having simplistic controls for a hack and slash fighting game, it adds a mechanic that is addictive, that being the switch out system. While in Genshin, I didn't really like switching characters, and I did like a few Genshin character designs, I didn't like being forced to switch in a lame way. Then comes in ZZZ with its massive schlong and asserts you will switch characters and you will like it. In ZZZ, switching characters mid-combo is incentivized by giving you a way to counter enemy attacks, by switching characters right before the enemy attacks you, making me really want to build my favorite team instead of wanting to build my favorite character. Combat in this game feels fluid and very responsive, and while exploration is really scaled back, it's definitely for the better in every aspect. As the gameplay feels a lot tighter than Genshin, and ZZZ really makes me wonder why people don't call Hoyo out for Genshin's gameplay. Why not ask for more from the devs? Why be happy with the bare bones when Hoyo can make great mechanics if they felt like it? But let's get real here. We all know why we're here. It's not the combat. It's not just the originality. It's the gooning. Yeah, I said it. ZZZ's character models are insane. Miyabi, Grace, Ellen, Anby, best girls, period. Don't at me. I'm objectively correct. If you disagree with me, then you're spreading misinformation. Hope this helps. Let's be real here. ZZZ has the best character models in any gacha. While I like the character models in WuWa, I still believe ZZZ's models are straight beautiful. And make me down bad for sharks. I swear I'm not a furry. Cows and sharks just built different in Hoyo's universe. But genuinely, these character models look really high def. It's actually insane, and what makes the models all the more expressive are the animations. And holy shit, ZZZ's animations are actually insane. This is a mobile game, and it looks better than 80% of console releases these days. I'm looking at you, Monster Hunter Wilds. Hell, the default character you pick is made so well. Let's be real, Genshin would make the main character from ZZZ a 5-star limited pool. That breaks the game. She looks that good. Well, Genshin isn't really a bar we should be meeting, but yes, genuinely the character models and animations carry this game. Of course you want to pull a character from a booster pack when they look like this. I can see why now people like gachas. It's the gooning, for sure. Jokes aside, I was genuinely impressed with these character models. On top of having a better gameplay than Genshin as well, if you have to play a Hoyo gacha, just play ZZZ. It's a tight experience. Have heard of some gameplay balance issues from YouTube creators, but I'm not up to endgame in ZZZ, so I can't comment. But the foundations to this game I can approve. Withering Waves is a gacha that straight up didn't even challenge Genshin. They knew how big Genshin is and how much money Genshin makes. Withering Waves knew they couldn't challenge Genshin, because Genshin would be absolutely destroyed. WuWa blows Genshin out of the water. If Genshin's for babies, WuWa puts hairs on your chest. Out of all the gachas I've played, WuWa isn't just the better game, it straight insults Genshin players. It takes what Genshin does with exploration and destroys Genshin. This game is like crack, straight addictive. If Genshin is the tobacco, WuWa is the mob boss distributing the meth to the city. Holy shit, this game is leaps and bounds better.
Misha, you're clearly just a Hoyo hater and a WuWa shell.
Shut up, straw viewer, your dick is small. But as a newcomer to gacha games, it's just so hard not to mention how much better WuWa is. Genshin players should be demanding an overhaul to Genshin straight up. If your sunk cost fallacy of a game has you so hard by the balls, I'm telling you, load up WuWa, finish the first 2 missions to unlock all your tools, and go exploring. Then come back to Genshin and tell me how you like the Genshin exploration. Oh, you uninstalled Genshin after being saved by WuWa? Well, since the bald gotcha Jesus saved me and I saved you, then bald gotcha Jesus saved you too.
Oh, Misha, you're just a WuWa simp.
Yeah, and your takes are as dry as Genshin's in-game, straw viewer. It's been a long time since I've played an open world game I've actually liked. I'm pretty sure the last open world game I played that I actually enjoyed exploring was Arkham City for the 360. WuWa cured me of my erectile dysfunction. Been dealing with the state of AAA games these days, and WuWa doesn't just put Genshin to shame. Genshin is nothing compared to this. The discussion shouldn't be that we compare WuWa to Genshin. No, WuWa has ascended past that. That fight's nothing. The real discussion is, why aren't AAA games and the games industry sculpting games with this kind of passion? We have games like Monster Hunter Wilds that forget how to make a game fun, or make a game look nice, or even make a game run acceptably. While the games industry can't even get a game to run at 30 FPS, WuWa is chilling here like, hey, want an open world map you can traverse similar to Breath of the Wild? Want a game to run at above 60 FPS? Want to explore the map without restrictions? Want a decent story, which is, by the way, Genshin's story isn't even mid, it's actual garbo. I'm sorry, but if you like something that forgets to even finish, I'd talk to your mum. But importantly, Genshin starts a character story and forgets to even finish it. Sorry for the rant, Genshin just baffles me. But back on track here. WuWa gives us everything that makes a game fun and addictive first. Then it focuses on the gacha. The game is fun without the gacha, and that's what these games fundamentally need. You could sell WuWa as a full standalone game where you unlock character via world chests and it would still work. Okay, so the game's aesthetics. The game is, well, stunning. The lighting and the color use in the game gives me a Xenoblade Chronicles X kind of vibe. The world is, well, pretty. Alongside this is what you can do in the world. Adds to its aesthetics. There's so much to do in the world, I'm always getting distracted. Makes the map feel alive and full of things to do. Alongside this is characters. All the characters look great here. While I still believe ZZZ's characters look phenomenally better, this is a close second. These character models and animations are tight, lively, and cute. Alongside the story, given these characters a bit more depth and attachment value, makes it better to get the gooners to gamble for getting big-titted policewoman. I mean, look at her. Damn! The sass in her animations seals the deal. Absolute peak woman right there. But that's what I'm saying. It's not just the visuals that add to the aesthetics. In WuWa, it's the personality. This game oozes personality in everything, from world exploration to characters to animations. So with all this glazing, do I have anything bad to say about this game? No. Okay, yes, I got a complaint, I have to confess. The story, well, yes, I just glazed the game for its story, and maybe I'm extremely broken from being hurt by Monster Hunter Wild's story, but yes, WuWa's story is 10 times better than Genshin's, because it's staying focused and understands its themes. WuWa knows what it is and sticks to it. But here's the criticism, and being real, it's a simple problem with a simple solution. I believe the game's story hurts from pacing. So I'm rewriting this section here. While I do still believe the first arc of WuWa has some bad pacing, since writing this script, I streamed more of the game, and the second and third arcs of the game completely stepped up in quality and fixed the initial pacing issues I was going to talk about. So yes, the first arc has issues, mainly with the character Scar when you fight him in the first dungeon. When you fight him, you capture him, the story kinda happens out of order, as at this point you're still trying to quote unquote meet up with this magistrate. But at the end of this dungeon, she just walks into scene like nothing, and then the game tells you how you actually did meet up with her off screen. And I don't get this. Not only does this ruin a action scene with the antagonist, but also blue balls the player a little bit and disorientates them.
Then as the winners, would you be so kind as to tell me how you set me up?
I don't even know myself, to be honest. I don't know. It just kind of happened. I feel like there's like quests that are missing or something. At this point in the game, I genuinely thought I was going to meet up with the magistrate after this dungeon, where we would talk about plans and Scar and shit, but apparently this already happened. But like I said, after Scar is made captive, the story now picks up tremendously, especially once you go to Mount Firmament. Not gonna spoil, but yeah, what I've played so far fixes the issue I had with the game, being bad pacing. In conclusion, WuWa is the best gacha game I played, and will be continuing to play the game offline and on stream. Loving the game. Gonna only interact with Genshin via Pornhub, and will continue to play ZZZ offline. As well, WuWa's discussion shouldn't be locked to whether or not it's better than Genshin. Obviously it is. Instead, a much more interesting conversation is, why is this gacha game, WuWa, competing with AAA games and the games industry? And before I sign off, I just want to add, modern games as a whole are the real gacha games we made along the way, and you can't prove me wrong. Anyways, come watch me live on Twitch if you enjoyed my ADHD-riddled rant on gacha games and want to see more of this type of content. Please leave a comment. If you don't, feel free to bully me in the comments below. If you bully me, I'll come. And remember to like and subscribe to join the Misha family. I'm going to go interact with some Genshin now. Keep on keeping on, everyone.